So I'm gonna do my weekly outlook. As I didn't do it yesterday. I didn't post it yesterday as I was busy during this weekend. But I'm gonna go through my channel. Subscribe to me if you haven't. Just kidding. And watch the videos in 4K. But it looks weird. What? Why does it look funkier? It's fine now. So I'm gonna go through what people had written. So USD CAD, Euro, JPY, New Zealand dollar. Gold or US 100 on GJ. No, that's a breakdown. I'm gonna go through EU, GU, NZ. I meant NU, sorry. USD CAD and gold, I presume. I'm gonna write this down quickly so I don't forget. Can't even find a pen. Okay, I found a pen. Let me get some paper. EU, GU, NU, US. I don't want to use 30. USD CAD, gold, and we'll see. That's it, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is enough. Okay. So let me just put it there. So EU, quick run through. I just did mine for my VIP channel. So it has all the stuff on it, and I usually trade EU anyway, so everything's on there. So on the daily, as you can see, we've had a break of structure today. Obviously the market hasn't closed yet, so it depends if we close with a candle body or with a wick. If we can push up for the last hour or so. Is it 1 hour? Yeah, about an hour or so. So obviously this was the daily protected before, and then we retraced, broke structure, retraced again, and now we've broken structure again. So now this is the daily protected and this is the daily target. A daily and premium discount. As you can see, we have this whole daily supply, and then there's one here in just bang in the middle of the 50%, but I have refined areas, so it's good to keep an eye out on that. So if I just make this visible just on the daily, that'll be great. And then if we drop down to the 4 hours, so obviously we're bearish, so we want to look for sells until we can see a complex pullback like here. We broke structure on the downs on the daily, and then we started retracing upwards. So we just want to see that, but at the moment we're contained within this 1 hour range. But on the 4 hour, this is the most visible break. As you can see, we broke structure. We pulled back, broke structure, and then this is just pauses in a market. It's not really like a visible pullback. As you can see, this is actually making structure on the lower time frame and then breaking structure. So this is, to me, this is one leg on the 4 hour. So if I just do this, and then obviously you want areas up here, but on the 1 hour, if I drop down again, this is the 1 hour leg. Oh, what's going on? Jeez. Yeah, this is the 1 hour leg. As you can see, we've had the mini break of structure here. This is like pause because it's not really, pulling back. But we had a 15-minute break of structure here, and then we pulled back, and then this is the most current range we're in. So 4 hour and daily targets are down here. 1 hour protected is here. 1 hour supply here with refined 5 minutes. A refined 3 minute in this in the discount, in the premium pricing. And then right now I've marked on this 15 minute, which will go down to now 15 minutes. This morning, as you can see, we pulled back into something here on the 15 minute, reacted. I wanted price to come up higher, take out this liquidity, and then continue lower, but as you can see, we had a break of structure, and then this is like a mini break of structure, but it still respected supply, so you just have to trade with the trend. This failed because we had a 15-minute shift here. So demand flip is here, but you can see that we came back into the 15-minute range for that flip, so it's kind of mitigated. And then this one is not really a supply because it didn't really react to anything on the 15-minute. And now we've had another visible breakup structure, but as you can see, this is like equal highs, so this is liquidity building up here. But for the time being, this is the last, structure before it melted. So on the 5-minute, you can see clearer that we tried to push up. There's a high here, tried to push down, and tried to make a new high, but instead we broke structure to the downside. So as you can see, we've had a supply respect here on the not yet actually, on the 5-minute. And then here you can see sweep, and then reacted to a 5-minute demand, reaction, and then failure. So this is the 5-minute that caused this massive bearish momentum. So I want to trade from here. This is a good area to trade from unless there's something in these wicks. But at the moment, these are the areas I'm trading from. On the 3-minute, I'll show you this POI. This POI is bang in the middle to 50% of the equilibrium of the premium discount, but we've had a sweep and then a break of structure, and then obviously this would caused it. And then some nice and little inducement here actually for this POI. So if we go higher than 50%, then in this area, then I guess I would take it. In the meantime, we're in this 15-minute supply zone, sorry. Because we've broken structure to downside, failed to close with a wick. I meant body close. And then on 5-minute, you can see we've shifted to the upside, demand respect here, and then broken structure here. This is all liquidity to me, so if it does come back, I would look for buys from here if they do present. At the moment, what did I mark this as just now? Because I was doing my outlook and I was just marking this on. Yes, we had this 1-minute flip. No, it was a 30-second flip, sorry. Yeah, 30 seconds, because this is the 1-minute demand. Oh, let me just change that color. 1 minute, 30 seconds, swept it, but as you can see, we shifted, and then on the 15 seconds, I was saying you could either play the extreme up here and cover the highs, or the flip. So currently set the flip, and then I didn't take this trade as I was doing this outlook, but break even would have been there. And then see if it runs or goes. Ideally you would target the lows, but price could react from this 1-minute demand here, so I guess if you wanted to hold, you could just hold here for about just under 15R. Okay, next one is GU quickly. Oh, there's EU as well. GU, don't even know what's happening on GU. It's just melting. Oh, this is the 4-hour, sorry. I was 4 hours on a 1. As I was saying in my previous outlooks, this is the daily daily target's been reached already. This liquidity has been swept. At the moment on the 1 hour. What am I even saying? On the daily, change character here, so we could have this zone here on the daily. Let me just mark that on. Oh, yeah, by the way, I switched my colors so they just look funky at the moment, because one's like blue and one's like red, but you get the gist. Moving on to the 4-hour, we've had this break of structure. Is this a break of structure? This was equal. No, this was relatively equal lows. We've had this 4-hour respect. Where is it here? Yeah, 4-hour respect here, and then the flip would have been this, but it's been mitigated already. So I would put this 4-hour. This 4 hour, as you can see, this is the 4 hour leg. This is the low and this is the high of the 4 hour. Broken structure to the downside, still bearish. Want to look for sells. So on the 1 hour, still within this range. Yeah, so this is the low, this is the high, this is the low, this is the high, and this is the low currently. So most recent high would be here. So if you want to see some reaction from here, possibly, I don't know what this wick is. Market close, I believe. Yeah. On the 15, still the same story. High, low. No, try to push up. Lower, high, low, and then I guess it's reaction from this 15-minute at the moment. But this is the whole supply range that caused this break. So let's see. Let's look for here first on the 1 hour. Was this the 1 hour? Yeah, 1 hour. To see if we have any reactions here. If we do fail, then obviously we'll look for the flip zone and what caused the what caused the failure of the supply. And then we can look higher into these areas. We can counter trend trade upwards. But obviously price can do whatever it wants and it could react from this supply here. Actually it would be this supply because this is like relatively equal highs, so yeah, possibly here. I think that's it for GU. Nothing much to say. Next is New Zealand dollar. So let's go on that. As you can see, this chart is blank because I don't trade it. But we're in an obvious downtrend. We've had a sweep here on this daily. And then a break of structure to the downside. And then another one. Well, this is like a complex pullback, so oops. Oh, we haven't broken the structure actually on the daily target. At the moment, this is the daily protected. And then this was the daily leg. And we reacted to some sort of supply here, possibly more visible on the 4 hour. Oh, okay, whatever. 4 hour. Nothing specifically stands out to me on the 4 hour. We've had the breakout structure here. We've had a reaction, so I guess it was reacting this whole supply. And then we've obviously shifted on the 4 hour here, and then break of structure on to the downside here, but it never came back to the extreme. I would look for here. But at the moment, as you can see, we're bearish like all the other EU and GU pairs. So it would be ideal to look for shorts. As you can see, we've had a shift to the downside here as well. On the 1 hour, we've broken to downside. So okay, it's actually some nice price action. High there, low there. Sweep before the break of structure. Supply would be here. Or you can take the wick. 15 minutes. Nothing clear on the 15-minute. I guess this would be the imbalance if you trade imbalance. Could fill that imbalance and then continue lower because this is in the premium I mean, in equilibrium anyway. On the 1 hour, the imbalance is this leg. Let's leave that for now. See what happens when we get back up here. But in the meantime, we can do counter trend trading, which is buys. We've had a little shift up here, but nothing's confirmed as we haven't had a candle body close. If we go on a lower time frame, we've reacted to this extreme. That's only because we didn't have any reaction to the supply as it just blasted through it. So yeah, we take the extreme. We only just shifted. Oh, let me just mark this all on for you guys. So demand, and then the shift would be here. But if you look lower, we could see this extreme. But what reacted to this supply? Let's see. Oh, just this whole zone. So we could mark this, but refine it down to just one single candle, which looks like it's been mitigated, but not really because it pushed down and then went up. So we could see price come back down to this area with some nice inducement here and there. On a lower time frame, we can possibly look for buys before, shorting more, which is either at this 1 minute extreme, because sometimes price just loves to continue downwards at the extreme, and this is just one change of character, but it's not even a candle body close on the 15-minute. So in the meantime, either wait for this price to be tapped into with this sweep, and then obviously it will be the extreme, or this 1 hour, see a change of character to downside, and then target this low. I guess that's it for my NU. Nothing too much to report. USD CAD. Let's see what we have on here. So on the daily, if you zoom out, it's quite rangy, as you can see, like the retail pattern. What's this called again? A flag or whatnot. We've shifted to the downside here with this, extreme daily. Shifted it internally here as well. So this would be the flip. If we do this whole wick, because this is the whole, down candle before the up. It's either this extreme or the flip zone, but they're all, crazy massive. So if we go down to 4 hour, price has shifted bullish. So like this would be the 4 hour. We've had a mini shift here, but we've never come back to that. So I guess you can mark this whole thing. Let's change that to demand. Oh my god, I'm getting so sleepy. Demand on the 4 hour. And then we've shifted here. So the extreme on the 4 hour would be here, which is still massive. So you can just refine it down to the wick usually. Unless I find something clean on the 1 hour. 1 hour is just literally wicks as well. Okay, I guess this will have to do. But in the meantime, 1 hour is bullish. Had this break of structure. So obviously this is the extreme, so you can even refine it even down to this 1 hour and wait for price to come back into it. Oh gosh. This is the supply reaction to it, because we shifted bearish on the 1 hour here and then we respected it here and then broke structure. But we failed to go below this low. So currently here, pull back down. Sorry. And then up there, and then a pull back here. This is one leg to me with all this as liquidity to be taken. So yeah, this is my 1 hour leg. Let me just see on the 2 hours cleaner. Because this is liquidity to me to be taken, even though it does... Oh, what's this? Oh. Even though it does break structure, it's still liquidity to me. So I have the 1 hour there, so I can just mark this 2 hour just in case if it just goes to the range. And then mark out the zone for you guys. So yeah, this is the 1 hour, 2 hour range. And then on the lower time frame, you could possibly look for sells into these areas to continue higher, but you can, you know, on the 1 hour, there's one area here that stands out to me as well, because we've had a sweep and then a break of structure. But keeping in mind, it is in the... Okay, calm down outside. We've had a... Oh, this is the 1 hour anyway. 15-minute. We haven't shifted anything here. If we shift here, then I would look for sells. Back down to this as my first target. So at the moment, 15 is here. We could well likely react from this demand, a 15-minute demand, but there's no inducement, so you would need to wait for inducement to be swept, and then we'll see what happens. So that's my outlook on USD CAD. We're bullish because EU is bearish and USD is like, you know, what's that word called? Opposites. So yeah, this is the leg at the moment. Could come back into here for the extremes, liquidity here, liquidity there. But in the meantime, this is the leg that we're in. And then last but not least, gold. Gold would be here. Haven't been on this for a while. Don't even know what's happening. So let's go on the daily. Remove drawings. Okay, so on the daily, we've had a break of structure. Break of structure here. At the moment, there's no clear break of structure, but this would be the target. Daily target. And then this is the daily protected at the moment. Oops. Daily protected. Let's see what we've reacted to. There's nothing on the... Actually, let me just mark the preem discount on it. Yeah, because we've passed it. Okay, on the 4 hour, we've reacted to this wick, I think. Oh, no, we haven't. Oh, no, not yet. The break of structure actually happens here, but the candle body close happens here. Let me just double check. 4 hour reaction. So this is the whole range that you would look at. Because on the 4 hour, this is the demand, this is the reaction. This move up caused this move down, but nothing too clean on there. At the moment, we are bearish, so you know it's coming for that daily target. But we have this 4 hour extreme. That you could expect a deeper pullback, but at this rate, if it's heading down towards this daily target, it won't stop. So we had the 4 hour shift here, never came back to this extreme. It's 4 hour extreme. Oh, these colors are driving me mental. 4 hour there, and then we've had another break of structure here. Even though it's a 1 candle pullback, it's like this, and it's respecting this sort of lower time frame supply, and then broke structure, and then this is the leg. Let's go on the 1 hour to see. Oops. 1 hour, as you can see, this is one leg to me here. We've had a pullback, significant enough. 1 hour here. And if price does want to go down, it shouldn't need to break above the 1 hour highs. Yeah, because otherwise we are looking for a deeper complex pullback. So yeah, we haven't had any reaction. We had this reaction here. Let me see if it happens on the 30 or 20. 20's, let's go on the 15. 15's quite nice. We could have a reaction here actually. A demand flip, I mean, because this is the last point where price reacted and then broke structure. So let's just mark that on at the 15 supply, and then downtrends is happening, supply in control at the moment. We've had a little shift bearish to the upside. But it hasn't had a candle body close, so we'll be wary of that. We can look for some buys from here if price does react to it accordingly. About 15 with some liquidity here. At the moment it's quite rangy on the 15. Have we shifted to the downside? We shifted to the upside. We haven't shifted to downside. At the moment, it's reacting to this demand here. But if it breaks, then I would look for some sells from this supply. I meant from this up candle. So let's see what happens. But the bigger picture is that this is going down. Like, this is bearish, as you can see. We've been bearish since a couple weeks ago, but this is the extreme. We could look for something here because we've had a sweep and then a break. Actually, that's a nice area. Let's mark that on. Hopefully supply. Oh, this is not even nice. Oh, sorry. Okay, so it's in the premium anyway, so this is nice. And then that is the 15 as well. 5 minutes. Yeah, because this is the last. There's a 5-minute flip as well here. So you can just refine that down to this, but let's keep it as the range. Here, like I said, once it breaks, we can look for sells from here, the 5 minutes. So, break and then come back. Lower time for entries, and then into this demand where you can look for 5-minute refined here. But that's it for my outlook. I think this is quite a long outlook as it is already. It's been a while, hasn't it? So yeah, so those are my outlooks. Comment down below which ones you want for next week, and I apologize for it being a day late as I was out. So hopefully you found it useful and insightful for the week going ahead. So yeah, let's see what happens, and I hope you all have a good trading week and end up being positive instead of break even or negative. So yeah, I'll see you next week for the weekly outlook. Bye guys.